that children in Florida are getting what they deserve, and that is a world-class education available to them, and it's up to their choosing. And so with that, I do want to introduce the head of school here and have him talk a little bit about just that innovative, disruptive model that they're doing here, and how they've got the kids back in the classroom and face-to-face learning and doing a great job. So with that, please welcome Dr. David Withen.
I'll be very brief, and I just want to say that it's an honor to have Governor DeSantis here, to have Commissioner Corcoran here, and of course Ambassador Rood. It's always an honor to have you in the building, sir. And this is important, what we're talking about and what we're doing here, but the most important thing that's happening in this building is happening actually beyond the walls over here, because it's happening in the classrooms. And we had an opportunity to walk through and take a look at some of those things, just a few samples of them. We were looking at a phonics lesson in a first grade classroom. We were talking to some first graders who were finishing their lunch and getting ready for their own phonics lesson. We had the opportunity to stop in on a Latin lesson in sixth grade a little bit earlier. Those are the important things, and it's an honor, of course, to host some very special guests in Jacksonville Classical Academy today. But beyond that, it's an honor every single day to be in the classroom with some absolutely amazing teachers. Kindergarten teachers like Miss Patty Anthony, who is a master of teaching those phonics so that our kindergarten students can go on to be great readers by the time that they get into third grade, so that they can do things like pick up The Secret Garden in fifth grade and read that with Mr. Barker, who is one of our really amazing fifth grade teachers here at Jacksonville Classical Academy. And it's important that they have the opportunity to teach students in the least restrictive environment possible, and to teach them in person. There's nothing that can replicate the relationship between students and teachers in a classroom, or as you pointed out, sir, under a tree. And we do read Plato here. Our sixth graders are learning about Plato right now. We haven't given that up. In ninth grade, they'll learn about him again. And sometimes we go out and we do it under a tree. Mr. Barker has taken them out to read The Secret Garden in our garden in the backyard. But the important part is that we're doing it together, right? We're not doing it by a video screen. We're not doing it with plexiglass between us. We're not doing it 6 feet away from each other, but that we are doing it in a way that is both reasonable and safe and meets the needs of all of our students. And so I want to give Mr. Barker and Ms. Anthony just a brief opportunity to talk about the things that they're doing in their classrooms and why it's important that we have that opportunity for teachers to do what teachers do best. So, Mr. Barker, please.
Thank you. I'm honored to be with men and women like you and get to celebrate education. I'm not an expert on policy or health, and so I can't really comment on any of those things, but I knew that if students were going to be coming into our building, that it was my job to make sure that they were safe and felt confident to learn and felt loved. I know growing up, I learned better when I knew that a teacher cared about me. And so I've learned that building relationships with students is the best way to build a rhythm of learning with them. Just this morning, every now and then we do something called a Socratic dialogue, which is an opportunity for our students to learn discourse, greatly needed in 2020 in our time. And so even our fifth graders are learning how to engage in discourse with each other. And just this morning we had some Socratic dialogue that was focused on a picture of the bridge in Selma, Alabama, that the late Congressman John Lewis walked and has written and spoken about so many times. And one of the things that we were talking about was his quote, which I'll paraphrase. Basically, he said that they spilled a little bit of blood on that bridge. This is his quote. They spilled a little bit of blood on that bridge, but that there's still a long way to go. That we haven't gotten there. There's still a journey to travel or a distance to go. And I love teaching because I think that education is the means of taking that journey. And so my fifth graders are going to be the ones carrying the torch someday when it comes to engaging in the things that are right and good, true and beautiful, which is something we try to emphasize here at Jacksonville Classical. And I love the fact that I can teach challenging content while also pointing our students to virtues And it's a challenging time, 2020, through the things with pandemic and some of the social issues that have been going on in our world and our nation. And our students have a lot of questions. And so we have a great opportunity to say, hey, I'm not going to tell you exactly how everything should be or is, but I can point you to good virtues, and we can learn how to engage in society with perseverance and courage and honesty, and those type of great interpersonal virtues. So that's what we're doing. That's what we're running after here, and I'm just honored to be part of it. So thank you.
Hi, I'm Miss Anthony, and again, I'm very honored to be here, honored to be in your presence, and I'm very thankful to have my kindergarten scholars in our classroom. I have had that opportunity to teach online through Zoom and all those other great technology devices. And there's nothing like being in the classroom and actually connecting with the student and looking them in the eye and enjoying their responses. So that's what we're doing. We're doing a lot of great innovative activities, learning so many different things, literacy, math, science, geography, history. It is wonderful. We were just talking about the different types of clouds, and we were able to actively create the clouds by moving around with our bodies. We're using our senses to actually have those students understand many different concepts. So it's just wonderful to be here, and I'm very excited about what we're doing, and I love to see student growth, so I can't wait to see what they're going to do at the end of the year and how far they're going to grow. I know they are going to grow, we were just talking about perseverance. Everyone is not going to move at the same time, but we have to be patient, but we will get there, and they all understand that, and again, I'm thankful